pitch. And it is high for ball 4. So Holliday earns a walk from Verlander to start things off. Holliday on the move, swing and a miss, strike 3.
Welcome back to Baseball Extra. We're diving deep into an absolute Sunday afternoon classic from Oracle Park, where the San Francisco Giants, in their iconic orange and black, clashed with the Baltimore Orioles, also in their striking orange and black, for the rubber match of this series. What a day for Giants baseball. On the mound for the Giants today, the ageless wonder, veteran Justin Verlander. At 42 years young and in his 20th big league season, Verlander, a formidable 6'5", 240-pound force, brought his 3 Cy Young Awards pedigree to the bump for his 550th career start. His experience, his command, it's something special to witness. The Orioles lineup stepped up, starting with Holliday, Jackson, and Henderson. Verlander, known for his pinpoint accuracy, uncharacteristically started with a high pitch, issuing a walk to Holliday. A leadoff walk against Verlander? That immediately set a unique tone for the game. But then, in a flash, Holliday was on the move. As Verlander delivered a swinging strike 3 to the next batter, Holliday attempted to swipe second. The throw was down, but not in time, a stolen base for Jackson Holliday. The Orioles were trying to get something going early. Next up, Gunnar Henderson sent a high pop up into the air. Giants third baseman Chapman, showing incredible athleticism, tracked it all the way back, making a fantastic catch all by himself to record the out. What a play at third. Then Verlander faced Mountcastle, who had launched a 2-run homer yesterday. Despite the earlier walk, Verlander battled, but eventually issued his second free pass of the inning. It was a bit of a shaky start for the veteran. However, displaying his characteristic veteran poise, Verlander ultimately pitched out of that early jam, keeping the Orioles off the scoreboard. That's the kind of resilience you expect from a future Hall of Famer. Now, let's talk about the Orioles starter, Sano. At 35 years old, Sano was making his 26th start of the season, and he's been everything Baltimore hoped for, boasting 10 wins coming into this game. He's been a reliable arm for them all season, really bolstering their team pitching. The Giants' defense, however, was ready to challenge him. Ramos stepped up and hit a ball that floated out to left center field. Cowser, the Orioles outfielder, put on a clinic. He hit the accelerator, sprinting hard, and at the very last moment, he unleashed a diving catch, practically scooping the ball off the blades of grass. An absolutely fantastic defensive play that robbed Ramos of a hit. Then came Devers, who was 2 for 7 in the series. He drove a ball deep to center field. Cowser once again was on the run, but this one was hit with authority. It just kept carrying, and it was gone. Number 28 for Devers. A solo shot, straightaway center, and it gave the Giants a 1-0 lead. That was an impressive liner that just wouldn't come down, giving Devers his 92nd RBI of the season. The Giants were set up, leading 1-0, with runners on first and third and just 1 out. Sano was in a bit of trouble. Devers, still hot, drove another one. The ball was hit hard, and for a moment, it was unclear if it was caught. The umpires ruled it a 1-hop, meaning it was a hit. Gilbert came in to score, extending the Giants' lead. It was a nice play by the Orioles fielder just to keep the ball in front of him, preventing further damage, but the run counted. With runners on first and third and just 1 out, the Giants were rolling. Adam, who had struck out swinging his first time up, hit a ball to center field. Cowser made the catch, but the throw came in, and Elliot Ramos tagged up and scored. The Giants exploded for a 3-0 lead. The bottom of the 4th inning saw Matt Chapman leading things off for the Giants. He hit a chopper that found its way through the infield, putting Sano back in the stretch. Chapman then took off for second. The throw came down, a bullet from the catcher, and they got him. What a cannon from the catcher. That was an impressive play to nail Chapman at second. Next, a shocking moment. A pitch to Bailey resulted in a wild hit. Oh my goodness, what a hit. On a 3-ball count, Bailey showed incredible plate discipline, taking a low splitter for ball 4. So, after all that excitement, Bailey drew the walk, putting runners on first and second with 1 out. Christian Koss stepped up to the plate. Koss hit a chopper, and the throw from the Orioles infielder got away. It sailed into the dirt, and Mountcastle couldn't dig it out. 1 run scored, and Bailey advanced to third. That error was costly, extending the Giants' lead even further. The wheels were truly falling off for the Baltimore Orioles in this inning. Gilbert then hit a ball to left field. Watson, the Orioles outfielder, had some trouble with the sun and also with the turf, and he fell down. Another run scored, and the Giants were piling on. Ramos then delivered a base hit to left field, knocking in Gilbert, and the Giants had now scored 4 times in this incredible 4th inning. Devers, who was already 2 for 2 on the day, drove another ball to right field. It was another hit, going off the wall. Ramos held up at third. Devers had his 3rd hit of the day, an incredible performance at the plate. That was the last pitch for Sano, whose challenging outing came to an end. Into the game came Kraut, making his 14th appearance of the year. He's been fantastic, sporting a 1.76 ERA and holding opponents to a measly 192 batting average. He pounded a ground ball, a tough hop that was handled by Jackson on a quick exchange to first, finally retiring the Giants and ending that marathon 4th inning. Verlander, meanwhile, was finding his rhythm. He racked up 4 strikeouts in a row, bringing his total to 8. He continued to dominate, striking out Christian Koss with a good fastball right at the knees for his 9th strikeout. 2 down, and then Mountcastle stepped up. Verlander, with the crowd on their feet, delivered one last pitch and struck out Mountcastle for his 10th strikeout of the game. He walked off the mound to a well-deserved ovation. What a vintage performance from Verlander. Elliot Ramos had a fantastic day at the plate, with a couple of singles, scoring a run and driving home another. Devers, needing a triple for the cycle, hit a ground ball the other way. Everyone was safe. It was ruled an error, E5, as the Orioles continued to struggle defensively throughout the series. They just couldn't play a clean game in the field today. With 2 outs, Tom Smith stepped up against right-hander Corbin Martin, who was now on the mound for the Orioles. Smith hit a swing and a base hit down the right field line. Ramos came around third and scored. It was 8-0 Giants. Then Matt Chapman took a pitch off his foot. You could see the agony on his face. Sometimes the best pitch you hit is the one off your foot. He was in visible pain, but tried to stay in the game. Chapman then took a pitch up and in for ball 4, and he tracked to first base with a very pronounced limp. Tough break for Chapman, but he earned the walk. The inning continued as a ground ball to short meant another run scored for the Giants. Devers came in to score. Everyone advanced 90 feet, and it was 9-0. Bailey, who was 0 for 2 with a walk earlier, then laid down a bunt. Tom Smith scored run number 10. It was 10-0 Giants, and the Orioles were forced to bring in a position player to pitch Alex Jackson. Casey then stepped up and hit a line drive down the line for a base hit off a surprisingly slow pitch, around 43 miles an hour. Adam came around third to score. Smith trotted into third, and it was a double for Casey Schmidt. The score ballooned to 11-0 Giants. Next, a high drive into left field was hit. Daniel Johnson, at the edge of the warning track, made the catch. Dom Smith, tagging up at third, came in to score, and it was 12-0 Giants. Gilbert then drove one to right field. It was hit well and off the bricks. Combs stopped at third, but another run came in to score, giving Drew Gilbert a 3-hit day. Ramos then hit a squibber out to the right side. Holiday picked it up, side-armed it to first, and Ramos was retired, finally bringing that incredibly long inning to an end. Spencer Bivens came in for his 45th appearance of the year with a 3-3 record and a 4.01 ERA. He closed out the game, and guess who got the save? Spencer Bivens. Yes, he did. The Giants ended up taking 2 out of 3 from the Orioles, completing a fantastic 5 and 1 homestand. What an incredible display of power hitting and resilient pitching from the Giants today. We saw everything today: clutch hitting, defensive gems, and some unexpected twists. This was a game for the highlight reels and a big series win for the Giants. Thank you for tuning into Baseball Extra. If you enjoyed this breakdown, please hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more in-depth baseball coverage. We appreciate your support.